Posh Qifly, welcome to Izzy Does It.
Hi.
Hello.
Izzy.
Nice
How are
to meet you. Finally, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm good.
Thank you for spending the day with us.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you drove all the way to KB for this interview. I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for having me. Thank you for even thinking about having Posh Qifly at your amazing podcast.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Of course, I was made aware that you could be an amazing guest by my fellow colleagues here, because like I know I'm on TikTok pulang, tapi like macam, and I've seen you on TikTok too, which is why also I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a good idea, because I do want to talk about your journey and your transformation. So we're gonna touch on that. You are a TikTok influencer.
You may say that if you want.
Okay, yeah. But you also have quite a following on IG, because I did my research. I had to stalk you.
Right.
And that's how I reached out to you too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, right?
You. Yeah.
I was so nervous when I sent you that message.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm so glad that you said yes. Yeah. Terus lagi tu, bah WhatsApp. I'm like, oh, bah okay, that's WhatsApp. And I WhatsApped you a day late.
I was when you approach me, of course, sometimes when people approach you on Instagram, we tend to think, is this a scam? So I looked through your IG and somehow I found your personal IG in between.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is
legit.
real and legit. Okay, let's try this.
I'm a real human.
Yeah, finally, you're in front of me now.
Yeah.
So you are real.
I am real.
Yes.
Okay, so we can jump right into it.
Right.
Yeah, okay. You ready?
I'm ready. But wait, before that, you mentioned TikTok influencer just now. Just to get it
out of the way,
straight out there.
Okay.
I just want to say this. I don't consider myself that way.
Okay.
I don't consider myself an influencer or whatever labels out there.
Okay.
Because for me, the number of followers that we have, me or everybody out there, even my brother, let's say, my brother who has less than 1K followers.
Yeah.
For me, every follower counts, and every person on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok counts.
Yeah.
What I mean is, I may catch a fish from my followers.
Yeah.
For example, getting a client for my MC job or a client for my advertisement.
Yeah.
But I may also appeal from my brother's spectrum of followers, which is less than 1,000.
Okay.
So for me, you are an influencer if you're Donald Trump. You are an influencer if you are that level. So for me, that label is not necessary, and it's actually shouldn't be used easily out there. So for me, how you would call it is social media influencer, and not influencer, entrepreneur.
Social media entrepreneur.
Because you make money out of social media. So I don't know, sometimes when people say influencer out there, kadang aku malu.
It just doesn't resonate with you.
And and it's not official. It's not, what do you call that? How would you call yourself an influencer? You see?
Yeah. So I think it has become more saturated, because I know the official meaning for an influencer, which is just coined recently, because dulu mana ada ni barang influencer ni kan.
Right.
So influencer is basically someone who is able to influence their punya following punya buying decisions.
Right.
So if someone promotes an item on social media, and then sekali dorang punya followers ter-influence and mau je membeli, so that person is called an influencer. But I understand where you're coming from, because sometimes I do stuff on social media too, and people say, oh, see, is the influencer, but that has never resonated with me.
Yeah.
Like for me personally, I like to be identified as a content creator more.
Right.
Yeah, pasalnya, this is just a personal thing. No hate to any influencer or whatever.
True.
You do you.
You do you.
Yeah. Tapi for me, I just feel like everyone should have the ability to decide whether they want to buy this item or not for themselves, and not because of someone.
Correct.
Yeah, because it's only, for me, it's like sheep mentality. Like you should have your own decision-making skills and like macam deductions lah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes influencers, they get paid and you don't know if it's like a genuine thing or not. But it should be made aware that, you know, sometimes they are hired to get paid and they are doing their job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was telling you about just now, I would rather be called entrepreneur.
Yes.
You know, when you open a page on, say, Facebook, there are categories. So you don't see influencer as nada.
Okay, because I haven't used Facebook in a long time. Okay.
So it's either blogger would make sense, blogger, and then entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I was telling my brother recently, katanya apa ni, they call me abang adik.
Okay.
So I'm at home, I call I'm adik, because I'm the second.
Okay.
So even in the office.
Wait, so you're abang jua and adik jua?
Okay, because they're below me, they're just there.
Okay, so
I'm the
abang,
second.
adik.
Yeah,
Okay.
so to respect me, they call me abang. But the name within adik-beradik is adik, so abang adik. Yeah,
That could not be any more
confusing, right?
Yeah.
So in the office, they call me adik as well. So Posh Qifly is just so when people call me Posh Qifly, I know okay, they know me from social media. So for those people who call me adik, these are my fam bam, or even the people around me that are close with me.
Oh my god!
So that's how I know
differentiate them.
I
did
it's
the
not
same
that
thing.
I don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because people who call me Iskandar know me artinya macam like
Orang lama.
Kalau Izzy is like, oh, my friends call me Izzy.
Yeah.
But then tell me, how did the name Posh Qifly was created?
Okay, so I am a huge fan of Victoria Beckham. Oh my god, she's so posh.
Oh my
Hands
god.
posh.
So Qifly is your actual
Qifly
name.
is actually my actual name. No, it's actually my father's name. My father's name is Qifly, K-I-P-L-I.
Yeah.
So I was talking to my brother. My brother does business as well, macam pelamin, and also
okay. Yeah.
So we were talking, abang adik, why not tani use nama ayah Qifly ito, tapi we sort of make it attractive.
Yeah.
Instead of K,
Jadi
use
Q.
Q.
Yeah.
And instead of K-I-P-L-I, instead of the I, use Y. I'm like, oh, that's actually quite cute. So PQ, Posh Qifly. And I've been using it. I even use it for my 16, 17 business name. Yeah. So I find it, my father, kalau dia lihat his name is out there, he's like, oh, that's my son.
Wow. Wait, so do you mind sharing with us what your real name is?
But that one don't show. Please, that one don't.
Tu nama tu.
Nama benar tu, please cut it out.
Okay, baba. Okay.
To be, sometimes I have this insecurity saying that I always feel like not everybody likes you, and there are people out there who's going to invest, and then they're gonna tell people about it. That's why I don't like sharing my name out there.
Yeah.
Although some people, young colleagues, would know my name, but as much as I can, I would like to be known as PQ or Posh Qifly out there.
All right. So that part will just censor beep when you said that name.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. So I mentioned just now, I saw your name pop up on TikTok, my FYP. And then I think you've also had a couple of videos that went viral. Yeah. So I think
which one?
There's so many. Like when
you're gonna tell me which one.
Prior to this interview, like Fuad was sending me all the stuff for me to do my research. I'm like, oh my god, banyak jua. Like basically, you're one of the personalities or figures, Bruneian figures, that's dominated the Brunei FYP. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because like for me,
how do you go to FYP? You go to the hashtag.
No, FYP is the home feed. So when you go on TikTok, there's two, following and FYP.
Following and for you.
Yeah. So FYP is for you page.
That's what you mean.
Yes.
Okay.
So you appear on my for you.
Right.
So it's like explore page on Instagram lah. Tapi on TikTok it's called FYP kan.
Yeah.
So you've appeared a number of times. I've like been amazed at your stories. Yeah, and then like there are some others that I missed, but Fuad has kept me up to speed. But I don't know, that actually covers a lot. But first, let's get into the one thing that I want to talk about the most. Okay, so you've shared your story, and correct me if I'm wrong now. Dulu, this is the story before you got married apa semua. You used to, is the term right? Yes, you used to cross-dress.
Yeah.
Okay, so take us back. Take us back during those times.
Yeah.
However far you want to take us, decisions or like macam thought processes or feelings that made you feel like you wanted to dress up as a female.
Wow. Okay, honestly, I don't expect that we would go there.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do I start?
Yeah. we can start with, for example, like, did you always grow up feeling effeminate?
Yeah.
Or...
So put it this way. For the person that I am today, for the amount of energy or whatever that I have today, I thank you to my past.
Okay.
Because in the past, I've been bullied for the person that I was.
Yeah.
Am actually.
Okay.
So I was way back during high school or even primary school. I've been feminine, right? I don't know. I'm trying to find the right word to say it because this is the first time I talk about this.
Okay.
I've never talked about this.
Okay.
I mean, to my friends, of course, we talk in details, but right. So way back in the past, you know, a lot of people would ask, kenapa kan kau tu lambut? You know, macam kenapa kan kau tu perangai macam bini-bini? I wish I can tell that person, I don't know how to change this.
Okay.
So sorry, but is this from God? So there are times that I go back and sembahyang and doa and you know, ask for the best, and then next thing you know, you wake up in the morning, you're still flamboyant. So that was way back during school. And of course, I remember the thing that I really hated the most was when Gerak Khas, you know, Gerak Khas?
Oh my God.
Gerak Khas movie keluar, there was this scene about abang, hai bang, abang pondan, like that. And then when that movie came out, I was at high school. Of course, I was flamboyant still up until today juga. And then my schoolmates used that to bully me. So they're like, abang pon,
no.
you know. So up until today, I don't like that movie. But you know what I mean. It's we are always the easy target. And then that makes me realize, okay, if I can't be a man, of course, my father, my ayah would be, and my mom too, my umi. You know, adek, why are you like this? You know, this is not right. But I wish I could tell them this is not what I want. I wish I can also play football, you know, be that manly person like my brother is. Because I'm the second. I have a very manly and very macho brother. So there's 6 of us. There's 5 boys and 1 girl. All the other boys are very manly. I'm the only flamboyant. So even going back to at my workplace, there are sometimes people who still make fun of me because I'm flamboyant. But like I mentioned just now, thank you to my past, I already have that boundary saying that even though I'm flamboyant, I am still competent. You know, there are things that I know in terms of the technical aspects of it that you don't, that I am managed to excel. And there are things that I've done in my life that you can't even do. So that makes me feel somehow better. And you asked me just now, what was the turning point? So I'm trying to say the right of things, So
you can take your time.
So I have many friends like that. Even recently, I was invited to this my friend organized Hari Raya. I didn't know the turnout was mostly people like those. Cross dresses. I didn't know. But for me, these are just normal people. These are just orang, you know. We're not here to macam because you're not exactly a man, you cannot attend this event. So for me, these are my friends. Let's just talk it out. I have my content creator with me, and he edited it for me, and then we posted out there. And to be honest with you, there was a lot of comments. And if he had time, if my content creator had time, he would delete the ones yang sensitive. If the ones yang we feel like macam whatever, just let it be there. We ignored that way.
Yang sensitive, what?
Sensitive, for example, astaghfirullah al-azim. ya tak, ada yang mention cuma tu kan, kalau dorang nampak anu ni, biar dorang kena panggil. And then there were even times way back dulu, I think 2 or 3 years ago, kami ni kena panggil. I was still cross dressing masa tu. And then kami kena panggil, you know, macam kena Islamkan balik.
Like a conversion therapy.
Yeah, like they told us this is wrong, you know, this is wrong. Yeah, we know this is wrong. Tapi kan macam maybe our answers are not right kaya. We say we feel powerful this way. We feel like we feel by having our long hair, it's like a blanket of security that we feel like we're womanly. We take hormones because we wanna have fair skin. You know, tapi eventually that was my past lah. I took hormones to a point that every week I would have this dosage of injection twice. So if you have that injection, not to mention lah di mana kombel.
Oh yeah, you don't
but
have to.
Yeah. So when I took that injection, panat ni arah belakang, arah my
the butt.
Panat. I cannot walk. I took 1 dosage. I took 2, just so that I have fair skin. And then I took 2, and then because I was very skinny kan dulu, so I had that I want to gain weight.
Okay.
So that makes you makan more.
Okay.
But hindi ko gain weight.
Yeah.
But I can.
Your metabolism is like really fighting against it.
But I realized that I have fairer skin. My hair grew longer, so I continued to do it.
You do have nice skin though.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Because honestly, after that, I couldn't really take care of my skin since I passed that life.
Yeah.
And just to share, on when I took dosage of hormone perempuan so the doctor even told us, katanya if you take this hormone, you akan mati pucuk for sure. And then your sperm will not be like men. It will be like that white macam aing. Because masa tu we were like so into that zone. We don't care. We just want to have this skin.
Oh, so you knew the consequences of taking that, and I still
took it because I wanted to feel beautiful. And then alhamdulillah, Tuhan bagi jodoh. I found my wife. That was at the back of my head, because you want to get married because you want to have a child, right?
Yes.
That was the goal. Alhamdulillah, I'm blessed with 1 daughter now, very beautiful. I love her, Nur Iman Hadid. But coming to that process when we got married, and then still having that at the back of my head, I stopped that hormone only a year. And then alhamdulillah, kena bagi rezeki, after a year I got married. And of course you tried it. So I was like, oh ya Allah, doktor dulu begitu mati pucuk. And then you know, mati pucuk means you will not
ever be able to conceive.
And then alhamdulillah, my they call apa what they call bunting pelamin.
I don't know what that means.
That means macam you nikah, and then right next thing you know, bertian dia. Not so far from your nikah date. So alhamdulillah, you know, that goes back to kalau Tuhan itu bagi rezeki.
That's
rezeki itu is still yours, regardless what your past is. So there are real men out there yang trying so hard to get children.
That's true.
And alhamdulillah, I'm blessed with having 1 right now. So just because you are pondan in the past, cross-dressing in the past, you are flamboyant, you cannot be manly, that doesn't mean you can't do things that men can do.
Okay. So I want to go back. That's a really like emotional journey. Thank you for sharing that. But I want to ask you, Jua, because I'm not gonna sit here and like say I don't know anyone like you. I do have people that I know of, and like friends who are also like flamboyant and stuff. And dulu when I was a kid, actually even sometimes until now, people still like macam call me names, like, because I can be a bit flamboyant at times too, the way I speak, the way I macam present myself, but never to the point like I consciously tried to like act like a woman or dress like a woman. It's just because I grew up in a female dominated household, so I guess that sort of like affected the way I behave. Macam, yeah, my dad left when I was 1 year old, and then my mom remarried, but my stepdad was like on and off. So macam basically in my house it's only me and my mom and my sisters.
Right.
So macam I didn't have that many male figures to like macam
Go to
like teach me, I don't know, like
football.
yeah. But I did actually play football when I was a kid. Yeah, so macam it's just
I played getah masa namin. You know
As
the
in the-
getah? Yeah. No. Yang main getah tu, yang orang buat getah panjang-panjang.
yang ada jadi skipping rope.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not just skipping rope. Orang macam dari pegang ujung, and makin go down, and you play. I play with the girls.
Yeah, so like going back, so macam like I have been called pondan dulu. I have been called like macam Skandar cuba kau macam be a man, and I was like, is having a dick not enough to like prove myself like I am a man?
Yeah.
Do I need to put it in your face so that you can see that I am indeed a man? Like just because masa dulu I was still macam like, I don't know why they do this to me, why are they being so mean apa. It's not all the time, but when it does happen, it did hurt my ego as a child because I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Like, why are people so mean to me? But like now growing up, macam like, if I have a bubbly personality, if your idea of what a man is doesn't fit like of how other people act, then you should really just like not project that onto others.
Yes.
You know, because there are so many facets to like what being a real man is.
Correct. Yeah.
So I want to like ask you, when you were little and growing up, because you were like macam, were you constantly being ridiculed at school by your friends apa semua?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. How did that affect you, like mentally, like macam your self-esteem, like
So up until today, I'm still a very insecure person.
Okay.
So everything that I do or say or wear is always around, am I good enough? So if you know, some my followers on Instagram, if they watch me, sometimes I would post things that makes me feel macam apa tu I am good enough. For example, you would see quotes on TikTok and people saying that you are good enough, you are enough. I like those quotes. I would put it out there. But if you see me posting that, I'm actually going through a thing.
So it's like just a reminder for yourself.
Just a reminder, yes. And I've been bullied in the past. I tell you that that's very common within the LGBT community. But thank God to that experience. I think that has made you a stronger person today.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, there were times in the past where I would makan di luar, and then, you know, the waiter or waitress would take our orders, and because dulu I'm wearing makeup, I got long hair. Sometimes I would go to, aku pulang yang gila tu. I would go to places wearing dresses, but that is wrong. But sometimes you just want to do that once in a while just to make you feel beautiful. And of course, there are people out there yang don't like. So waitress would come or waiter would come and, you know, laugh and ketawa, and then I become so crazy, and then mental di kadai, all that.
You threw a tantrum.
Yes, mental. You know, there was one time that this lady was taking order. Sekali I couldn't control myself, so I'm like, Ning, apa ni? What are you talking about? Kenapa kau fikir kau lihat aku cuma ni, kau fikir aku bukan lelaki? Kalau aku kan mengamuk, you know?
Yeah.
So it comes back to, walaupun kami flamboyant, walaupun pundan, we are still a man. And you know, the strength of a man is still the strength of a man.
Yes.
You know, that's what people keep forgetting. But kami, as you know, the person that we are, because we feel like we're a woman, we don't want to show it.
Yeah.
But if you want to bring it on, let's bring it on.
Yeah,
You get what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, it's very painful going back to, if you want to talk about bully.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you went through that, but like you said, it's made you a stronger person now lah.
Yes.
Yeah, and like I bet like also like macam being in a Muslim country and being a public figure like you, I bet it's not easy.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you are who you are today.
you mentioned, so let me just share. Sometimes I do feel that because of how I present myself out there are companies that reject me. For example, let me not mention one company, Ania. They don't know who I was. I sent my CV to become a local radio DJ.
Okay.
Sekali, they did, because I used my I used my real name.
Yeah.
And I did not attach my photo. So I got called. And no, they sent me an email to come for an audition.
Yeah.
Sekali when I came there, that was way back in 2 or 3 years ago. I came there kan. Sekali, I can just sense, si Posh je ni. So they asked me questions and I answered and they give me some samples to read. I read the way I read. Sekali lepas tu, I got a rejection letter. And then it's fine, maybe because I'm not talented, maybe I'm not what you're looking for, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sekali, little did I know, when I went out, this person told me, kau tahu kenapa kau didn't get the job? Kali ni I was applying for a part-time because I like talking kan.
Yeah.
Sekali lepas tu nya kenapa? Pasal one of the big bosses cakap, nya pondan je tu bapa kan, you want pondan to represent your company. You want pondan yang flamboyant macam tu to be the image of your company. So I told myself, I don't want to go through that anymore. So let's create this platform. Let's do this on social media. Let me do my paid review by PQ advertising service.
Yeah.
And if you think that you want me to represent your branding, there are some prizes to pay. But Alhamdulillah, I have more and more people. I have more clients, and I get to be myself.
Yeah.
I don't have to be manly.
Yeah.
I don't have to control my voice one tone down.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, you know what? Let's do MC. Let's try. I started telling people on my social media saying that I do MC, and then Alhamdulillah. And I must say there was one event I did for JPMC. The guest of honor was Dr. Hisham.
Yes.
And I was so nervous.
Really?
So it makes me go back to I gotta be manly.
Oh.
So I was like, you know what? I had to restructure my head and say, they approach you because they saw everything that you post on social media.
Yes.
And you are there for yourself.
Yep.
Let's just continue.
They're not
doing
hiring
this.
another version of you. They're hiring you.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm happy with what I have with my socials right now.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, that's your rizki.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So when you were like cross-dressing atau, did that ever create a wedge between you and your family, especially your parents?
Sekali, I started UBD, I did my degree, I didn't go home pasal tinggal kaibigan because Izky sudah di bandar. Dia pernah lihat that after upper 6, I got my result, dapat UBD, I sekolah sana, and then I got friends yang much more womanly pondan, yang much more lawa. Izky lah ikut jadi macam dorang.
You feel like you found
I found my zone. I found my real friends. So I went in that direction. And I must say, if you ask me right now, is that the best chapter of your life? I would say no lah. No. It was fun. It was fun. But at 34 years old now, Looking back, if you say, do you want to go back there? No.
So, how long were you cross-dressing for?
My God. I started after upper 6 ba.
Okay.
I even forgot. I think 2000.
Would you say like more than 10 years?
Yes, definitely.
Oh.
Yes. And just ano lang normally kalau within the crowd, I'm like the leader.
Okay.
Like I would have like newbies with me. Okay, you do this. You gotta wear this. This is your lipstick. Let's go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Okay.
So I would have. Okay, this is your name.
Yeah.
You're gonna go with Bianca Fafa. Example.
Yeah.
So they're gonna continue using that name.
So your name was always Posh.
My name was Crystal. Way back. I would wear tutus, pink, and wig yang blonde. Way back I was Crystal. Tapi after that I realized that Crystal is a bit dramatic. So men would be like, Crystal? I'm like, I need to find a better name. Posh. Oh yeah, Posh is there. So that's what. So it was Posh for some, for those time. And then when I started business, I wanted to present myself as a more, marketable. Professional. So I went with Posh Qifly. Yeah.
I know there are some younger kids out there who go through the same thing as you did, but you went through this like years ago.
Yeah.
Like probably 20 kato, kiranya.
Yeah.
20 plus or like 10 plus years ago lah.
Yeah.
Like who I know, like macam who have been thrown out of their homes because of them cross-dressing, like speaking like a woman, they want to transition apa semua. Like throughout your whole time as Crystal, did you keep in touch with your parents still? Did you still have access to go home and like still have a relationship with them? Was there ever a moment where they sat you down and be like, look, your name, insert your name, like this is like not okay, like
yeah.
Yes,
that's because it was my choice. The thing about our family is we have very strong family bonding.
Yeah, so you guys are all close.
We are very, very close thanks to how my umi and ayah didik kami lah. Kami adik-beradik, we have to be very, very close to one another. And then when I after my, like I mentioned just now, after upper six, I get to see this live at the city.
In Pondan, yeah.
I jarang go back home because sudah iski kan, jalan saja. And then there were times that I at first I pakai wig, and after that started to grow my hair. It became long, and I got blonde. So that's when I knew I cannot go home.
Yeah.
So I didn't go home for about, I think, 4 months. Sekali one point I got sick. I really got sick. And then panas ni badan nenek pasal damam. But I knew something to do with my mom ni chato. I was like, because I didn't have the connection for 4 months with my mom. Because I didn't talk to her, and then I didn't go back home. And then I made a decision to go back to Syria. And I talked to my mom. And akhir balik. After berjalan lah, akhir balik.
Sempat lagi berjalan.
Yes, berjalan lagi. Sudah realize tu akhir balik ke Syria.
Okay.
I talked to my mom. And then my mom was like, you are not my son. I don't want to talk to you. If you want to talk to me, katanya, cut your hair. And then burn all your woman clothes. Because this is not who you are. My child is adik, katanya. And you are a guy. I don't care if you're flamboyant. You don't have to go through this in this direction. If you want to talk to me, tomorrow akhir sudah kan ke salon lagi kada India.
Yeah.
And then katanya, you go to kada India tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And cut your hair and then come back as my child. Then I start talking to you.
How did you feel that moment?
I felt so rejected.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like, thank God I still have a mother who would steer me to the right direction.
Like she didn't give up on you.
Yeah.
Like she's like, go away in that.
Yeah. So it was a mixed feeling. Do I continue in this direction where aku memundan? Or do I go back, cut my hair, and go back as a child that I have always been in love with my mom? So it was a mixed feeling.
Yeah.
But the next day, I decided to cut my hair. I went bald. And then so my mom was like, oh no, come here. She hugged me. So this is the child that I love, katanya. You don't have to be, memundan atau rambut panjang to be accepted by the community out there, katanya. Just be yourself, and then inshallah rezeki will come. So I'm not sure how to answer your question. Is it do I feel rejected because she doesn't want me the way I was? It's a yes and a no. But the most important thing is you be yourself. You have that connection with your mom.
Have you tried explaining to her how you felt and why you did the way you did?
I never really declared to her that I was a pondan or I was with men.
Yeah.
Because like I mentioned kan, your punya brother pun that way.
So she
understood, and she would tell me and constantly remind me that this is not, you will not be happy if you continue in this direction. And I second her on that lah. So to for the day that I am today, alhamdulillah, I thank God I didn't go in that direction, because you know, you date a man and eventually aku lagi suka straight man kan, so I don't date gays, so this straight man would eventually get married and you would sedih. So I had that balik-balik, so I'm like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna, you know, try something. Alhamdulillah, my wife came back.
Would you say after that moment when she was like, tomorrow go to the Indian shop, cut your hair, would you say that was the turning point? Did you stop doing cross-dressing after that?
It's a lie lah. I still bought a wig after that because it was still young.
Oh my God.
But it took me a few years lah to eventually realize that whatever I do, but be mindful lah. The thing about having this relationship with moms, normally orang pundan-pundan ni yang banyak berjasa with parents, you see, because they're, you know, pundan ni dorang yang indah kahwin, right? Dorang yang ujungnya sampai tua sama indong, dorang yang mau belanja indong. So again, it's really not easy to weigh where we stand.
Okay, one thing I want to get cleared up. What would you say in your own terms, what is a pondan?
A pondan is somebody who pakai pakaian perempuan, and then
so it's a Malay word of cross-dresser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost like a drag queen, tapi
yes, there's so many terms.
There's so many terms. There's shemale. Right?
Okay, so basically,
I would be comfortable kalau orang panggil aku shemale dan pondan. So because shemale tu more apa tu like more soft.
Okay.
Like you like macam binisulnya. Tapi you're a man. You know how you go to Thailand and you see this very beautiful woman and they're men. So that's the term that I went for when during that time of my life. People cakap aku pondan, aku mengamuk, aku marah, aku mental.
But the moment they say shemale,
there is macam, okay, can I change my Argentina to shemale? Adulah tu, yes.
But where was your dad's position in all of this? Because you mentioned a lot about how your mom is like always there for you and like try to set you on the right path. Where was your dad in all of this?
So my dad, up until today, you know yang tablik that yang tablik yang macam
I feel like I'm supposed to know what tablik is.
Ke masjid and you know like talk about Islam and you know dakwah. People do dakwah macam tu lah. So my dad was that, and imagine anaknya pundan.
So he's actually the one preaching.
So he after subuh they call it apa tu? Dorang ada macam this ceramah. My dad would lead it with dorang punya like this small friends atau kali whatever. So having a pondan child,
has that ever affected his career, you feel like, or macam
it was not a career, it was something that he did
on the side
so
collect extra points lah for as a Muslim.
I don't know how to explain macam macam they're not imams. They just macam
spread the
teachings of Islam. Correct. Yeah. And that sounds very holy, right?
Yes.
And for him to have a son like myself, of course lah, he was not happy. He told me this is not right. My dad jenisnya pemarah. Yeah, he would slap me in the face right away.
When was the first time he did that to you?
So I went home.
What happened?
I was from Bandar, from school. I forgot to bring one of my baju. Sekali, my favorite dress, tinggal di Seria. So I had to drive late night with my friend to Seria. Sanggup kan, just for that one tiny dress. Untuk kan dibawa to wear that night. So I went home. Sekali, I assume my dad would sleep sudah pukul 11. Sekali I opened the door, it was my dad in his sarban, pakai jubah. He's like, what have you become? Taruh di kerajakannya.
When you mean kerajakan,
like tarik bawa masuk ke dalam, and this is not the child that I raised.
Yeah.
So
Where was your other family members? Were they at home
sleeping.
too?
They were sleeping. It was late night.
Yeah.
And then nobody could hear us.
Okay.
So, but to say that I hold grudge in the jua.
Yeah.
Because I still benchmark today ba. If that didn't happen,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a mindset. So because of my mom and my dad keep telling me that's not right, you're not going to be happy, that became the injection of mindset
Yeah.
to me.
It's always at the back of your head.
It's always at the back of my head
Yeah.
saying that I'm not going to be happy, but let's just try. I may be lucky because I watched the movie last night and they got happy eventually. I want to try that, you know?
Yeah.
Sekali, I keep failing the relationship with men. So macam, you know what? Because of that injection of mindset, you somehow get into the direction today. Yeah.
Would you say if you were to move to another country, would you say you would end up being the same person as you are today or no?
No, I think I would be a different person.
Okay.
If I made that decision, I had that thinking when I was in that part of my life.
Yeah.
To answer your question, if I make the move, probably I'd be Sajjad today.
What?
Know the Sajjad? You know Sajjad?
No.
Oh my God, you don't know Sajjad. So Sajjad is pondan Malaysia yang migrate to I think Australia.
Okay.
So I think he's a trans. So yeah, macam makin lawa berabis out there.
Okay.
Because he's not accepted in Malaysia. Yeah. So, but again, because I have a child today, thank God I did.
You
I did
would
make
never
that.
even.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. That was. That was so much to absorb. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah. A lot of understanding behind it. Yeah.
How do you feel whenever you talk about this? How do you feel right now? Like
Wait.
revisiting that memory.
Okay. This is my answer to that. I have a message to the young kids out there.
Okay.
Yang on the way kan memundan, on the way kan, bercinta sama lelaki, and then on the way kan makan hormone, you feel like you're beautiful, you're on your way to become beautiful. My message is enjoy as much as you can. But I can tell you, you will not be happy eventually. That's the thing you gotta hold. Been there, done that, I feel like I've tried so many things, and for the young kids out there, don't go there. You won't be happy. If the happiness is what you're looking for, the birth of my child, my daughter, has changed the way I think, and has given me so much blessing, because I now have a best friend that I can run to. I can talk anything and everything to my daughter. So eventually you want to be happy, kan? And eventually, who would look for you when you get old? If you go in that direction, you will get old and lonely and die. I don't want to die alone,
Yeah.
So atulah my message. But you do you.
Last-lastnya,
You do you. Okay? I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think this might be okay. How do I frame this so that people don't misconstrue my words? Okay, basically, without specifying whatever my message is, I'm just gonna say in general, I feel like everyone is made to go on their own journey. Whether it is right or wrong in other people's eyes, God will put you on a journey for you to discover yourself.
Correct.
And whatever you choose to do after that will entirely be based on how you were raised, who you surround yourself with, what messages have you downloaded, like from your parents or like your surroundings, because your surroundings are so important. They can either be enablers or they can either be people who care for you, so they tell you all these different things. But there will also be people who give you shit because they are so uncomfortable with how you're living your life. And to that, I just think that if you need to go on this journey, whatever that is, go on that journey, but make sure at each milestone of your life, take time to self-reflect. What is it that you eventually want? And if you don't have that answer yet, keep doing you. But don't forget, at the end of the day, we only have this one life, and we're gonna end up 6 feet under. 6 feet, right? Not 7. 6 feet under.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, too. But the thing is, right, macam I feel like people are so distracted with their own journey is because there's a lot of people saying, you should live your life like this, you should live your life like that. You know, so macam sometimes I just wish people would shut up and mind their own business.
Correct.
So that these people, whatever they're going through, good or bad, can like focus.
True.
Because there are good people out there who they can go home to, who care for them, love them unconditionally. So that's why I've always been like, be kind. You don't know what people are going through. There could be a cross-dresser right now who in the future might be someone or something that their parents can be proud of, but because of the hate that they receive, they self-harm, and eventually, I don't know, like
suicide.
Yeah. And we could never, like, whose fault is it?
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you sharing your story. I really hope that the right people will see this. I hope people are going to be open-minded about this. So now, tell me, how did you meet your first wife? Your first wife?
My first wife?
I mean,
I only have one.
Sorry, I need to reframe that question. How did you meet your wife, your future wife back then? Yeah.
Oh, back then.
Yes.
Okay. So,
wait, what's her name? Wait, jangan tak, apa ya?
Yeah.
Okay,
Nov.
Okay,
she goes by Nov. Yeah.
Okay, how did you meet Nov?
Yeah, we met on social media.
Okay.
So
were you?
I was still cross-dressing.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was a tomboy. Yeah. So it's like I was the girl and she was the man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was on Facebook. I don't remember, was it me atau ya kak? Karena kan marahku. But yeah, either one of us lah. We started the conversation, and then we transferred from inbox Facebook to WhatsApp. You know how important that is, right?
Yeah.
So once you transfer to WhatsApp, they're like, oh my god,
it's the next level.
Yeah, it's the next level. So and we continue communicating, and then the thing that I liked about her is she is a constant texter, I'd say. Like, yo, macam, hey, how are you? What are you doing? Kenapa na reply? What are you doing? So it filled the loneliness that I had, the failed relationship in the past with men. So when she came in, she filled all these empty spaces. So I must say it was not easy. I went back several times to that life.
Yeah.
And then we even shut off for about a month, and then the relationship went, I think, about 2 years. It was really online, jarang jumpa jua.
At this point, it's just platonic friendship.
We didn't know we were gonna have a child together. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
So we were texting, and then sometimes I feel like, oh my god, this is so boring, I'm just gonna be with men. Sekali it got serious after we continued to meet, and then she would surprise me during my birthdays. She was the man. I was the one yang macam ambil me. I'm so tired. Although I had car masa tu, tapi she would be the one yang agak me, because she was really butch. Sekali, one time we failed. I feel like I didn't want to continue. Pasal I feel like this is so boring. I need real men in my life. Sekali I think we didn't talk to each other for about a month, and then after a month kami babaik. Aku terus boy bertunang.
Okay, wait.
It was really quick.
Before we get to that,
yes,
don't
it was.
skip. How was the conversation like?
What conversation?
Like, you can't just invite her over. Oh, this is the tunang ceremony.
No.
Yeah, like how did you even bring it up to her? How did the idea came? What was her reaction?
It was her birthday. I remember that was at Pizza Hut.
And at this point, you were still cross-dressing?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
I had my hair in the pakai bandos na to. So I think we surprised her birthday, me and my kakaipar, Noy. So we surprised her Pizza Hut, and then I brought her cake. We took pictures, and then after that, macam I don't want to waste time anymore. How old was I masa tu? Age was a factor for me masa tu.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm already at the end.
Yeah.
I think about 27 kali or 8 something, somewhere there.
Late 20s.
Yeah, late 20s. And then I told her, I think I want to bertunang sama you. And she's like
openly or like in private?
Openly. Yeah. I mean, not openly lah. Just both of
in
us
private,
in private. But ano lah, not through text lah.
Yeah.
So she's like, what do you mean? Before sending that message to her, before talking to her, I talked to my mom and my dad.
But can we rewind?
Yeah, go back. How do you want to go?
Yeah, no, like what? How did that even come to your head?
Like I mentioned tadi kan, all this failed relationship, I tried many times. So I feel like macam I don't want to go there anymore.
Yeah.
And kan kami pondan, we don't approach women. So we don't get to hi, let's eat.
Yeah.
Let's,
and then there's this already ready.
Yeah. And then
was.
Yeah, we don't do that. So for me macam it was a shortcut that my wife as a tomboy, still a girl, came to me and really liked who I was. She was obsessed with me, okay? Oh. Yes, I don't know. I was so that pretty. Sekali, and then for me, I looked at it as, you have something in front of your eyes. What are you going to do? Do you want to wait? Do you want to go through that process again with another girl or, I didn't want to wait. And then, masa tu lagi, my brother, baru beranak. Because I love children.
So it was baby fever.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'm like, how does it look like kalau dari anakku sendiri? Although at the back of my head, I'm like, okay, the doctor said aku mati pucuk, but I don't want to think about it at that time. Sekali, that was the push lah, I guess.
Okay.
So I just popped it. I just popped the questions. And then I consulted my mom and dad, and they're very supportive, of course.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, finally, kalau benar benda ni terjadi, ya Allah, ayah, sujud syukur. So I'm like, why is it a big deal?
Relax, I just want to get engaged.
Yeah, I just want to get engaged. Sekali lepas tu, it happened.
Wait, so you told your parents first. You were confident that she would say yes.
I was confident. Yes.
Wow.
I was actually confident, yeah. Oh. Because I was analyzing the way she treated me and how
she cared for you.
She cared about me so much.
Yeah.
That, you don't want to waste, nada lagi orang macam ni, that time lah, at that point of my life.
Yeah.
If you want to try again, how far can you go? Where can you find these people? So macam I was at the end of my late 20s, and then lepas tu I'm like, I don't want to memondan anymore. It's so tiring. Lawa-lawa macam mana pun lelaki dengan tan ini ujung-ujungnya kahwin juga. So macam, you know what? I'm just gonna follow my heart, and I'm just gonna, inshallah, this is the right thing to do.
Yeah. So you asked her, and then
I asked her.
She was shocked, and then
she was shocked. Let me ask my mom. Momnya shocked because you're tomboy, right?
Yeah.
Like, because I think awal-awal the brother, tapi way back lama sudah.
Okay.
So it was ia punya turn.
Third what?
Tu lah macam get tunang and then get married. Pasal abangnya, I think the first brother.
As in her family.
In her family, she's the second.
Okay.
Tapi in the family, I think she is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Oh my God. I forgot.
She's the fifth child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So lepas tu mamanya kekejutan. Badar kau ni ya. Jangan main-main barang macam ini nya.
Oh my God.
This is not a bukannya sehari dua kamu kan kahwin. Sekali of course eventually you get married kan, tunang. And after that marisik. I was so to a point I was like, what am I doing? Okay, just do it. It was scary, Not scary because you've never been with a woman, you don't know what the experience is going to be like.
Yeah.
And then tiba-tiba she's in front of you and you get to be the leader of the house. You get to be the one leading her to Jannah, Sedangkan dirian ni dulu hancur. You got what I mean? So yeah, we betunang for 1 year, and then
So during the whole period, that 1 year you were butunang, how did your friends, your tribe, because you were a leader, how did they accept the news? How did you break it to them even?
So yeah. So when I told them, of course they were a bit skeptical, some of them.
Oh, not the name and
yes.
Yeah.
Because we had a friend yang had that went through the same journey, tapi failed because came back to the men. Yeah. Beranak sudah tu nauzubillah.
Yeah.
But of course some good friends yang would say, okay, this is good, Adalah yang seorang atau would say, kau ni benar kena kan ujung-ujung cari-cari jua. Sayang saya beranak ni cina, nauzubillah. But then again, it's how much you wanted. And as long as you tunaikan your tanggungjawab, and your niat tu betul, inshallah Allah will help. So when I told my friends, they were happy, very very happy, and then very supportive, and everybody was there during that time. Yeah, I was so happy because, like I said, you mentioned tribe. Because in the past aku selalu ada for you guys during my event ada kena kamu ni my important event, everybody was there. So I was happy. And then it became there were even times there was one time that night my friend was like, kau benar ke betunang ni Posh? Oh my god, tu dapat kita ni lagi ni ni lagi dapat ni lepak malam berjalan sama ni. I'm like, dapat tunang baru kan. But of course there will still be there are going to be limitations, and the right things to do and the not right things to do. And then the next day when kami betunang, my wife texted my kakak ipar because kami akhir ba. Oh my god. So she's like,
did people think you were?
Yes. Pelamin angan kumusna. Sekali sampai dia tanya, all the family members around my house, katanya, mana si adik, mana si Posh, datang ke ya? Ia lagi sudah bersiap.
I bet everyone was so scared.
But of course we were coming. Pasal family coming. Cuma janji Melayu kan, ayah datang.
Yeah.
But she became scared.
I could see.
Yeah, and then alhamdulillah it happened.
Yeah.
Tapi I understand lah where she's coming from.
Yeah.
If I was the girl, I would be like, oh my god, mana Fisha
He bailed. Papa.
Kan? But yeah, there was a moment to treasure. Yeah.
Wow. So on her family punya side, were they aware of who you were also back then?
Yes.
And they are still accepting. Did you ever have a conversation with them to like macam make sure that you're not playing around? Time sick lah tu, I'm assuming.
So no, we didn't. I didn't have that moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Because for me, and I told my wife, this is not a sehari dua punya thing. It's not a cinta monyet.
Yeah.
This is until the end. And for me to take this step, and for you to also take the step to accept, we need to be ready.
Yeah.
And the mother, benda banyak bunyi.
I think she's happy.
Yes. And then versus my mom. My mom has a lot to say. So of course, imagine what I went through di rumah before I went there. So yeah. So alhamdulillah, the mother banyak songe.
Yeah.
And it was she was even shocked macam ada tanda kasih, ada hantaran
Yeah, the whole package.
Yeah, we did the whole thing yang segala hantaran itu, and then I brought my family juga. She was shocked lah. But yeah, it happened so fast.
Yeah. Oh my god. So that 1 year when you were engaged, there was no doubt that ever entered your head that, yep, I'm going through with this. Betunang sudah.
That, to be honest, going on 1 year betunang, going on to nikah, that was the hardest.
Okay.
Yeah. The journey. Somehow during that period, aku laku sis. Tiba-tiba ramai laki-laki mau.
That was your cabaran.
Yes, dugaan.
Yeah.
I was like, why Anwar? Tiba-tiba ada yang dating me, and then ada yang try this and try that.
And
they know because
that?
I started posting sudah kan. I posted sudah, and they know I was engaged, and they're still brand new.
Yeah.
So alhamdulillah, that was the challenge. And again, when that come, makin rapat. I of course I try to get more. Spend more time with my tunang masa to.
Yeah. So that was the period when you slowly transitioned to back to a full male.
Yeah.
Stop taking hormones.
Yes. I stopped the moment I tunang ato. I already stopped.
Okay.
So I know because that's the goal, right? Getting a child. So definitely no longer ambil hormone masa to.
Oh my God.
Yes. Can't believe I'm talking about this.
I feel like you've lived a whole lifetime.
Right?
So much to unpack.
Yes, that is why again I want to emphasize to the young kids, your young viewers, my young viewers.
Yeah.
Don't choose that life because like you pointed a very good message just now. You live life as you like because hidayah will come. And then once hidayah come, that's when you make your decision.
Yep.
But as much as you can, you just do you, continue to do you. There will be a time where you realize, okay, this is it. What do I want with my life? What do I want to do? What makes me happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also feel like it's very important to send a message to families who have kids. Because families, like we talk about how much the kids who have like this feelings or this like macam tendencies go through, right? But we also forget that sometimes family members have to go through it too, because macam parents, we can only imagine how they feel, right? So I hope that if there are parents listening to this right now who have a child that's going through this, don't abandon your kid.
Yeah.
Be there for them.
Yeah.
You can choose not to support their lifestyle, but should they ever want a home to go back to, I feel like you should not abandon them.
Yeah.
Your parents are amazing people because they never gave up on you.
Yeah.
They never be like, you were born this way, like just go back to the right path, blah blah blah. Even though macam you got beaten up by your dad, like it was basically because he was also like macam, they probably feel like they're failures.
Yeah.
Siapa mau anak dorang jadi macam tu?
They felt like failed parents. Yeah.
Yeah. So like macam, as much as fathers, mothers, like don't abandon your child. Keep praying for them. You never know. Like hidayah, like you said, hidayah. That's the word I was looking for just now. Yeah.
You mentioned don't give up on your child. That's really true. Pondan ka, tomboy ka, whatever labels you want to use for your child. These are still your children. And who knows, ia tu kunci rezeki. But that child of yours is just waiting for the right time to shine. So have that hope, because like my mom and dad, my umi and ayah, alhamdulillah, they never give up on me. And I had that turning point in my life. And alhamdulillah, rezeki come. And I can say I'm able to provide whatever they want. So again, don't give up on your child.
Yeah. So share with me, how is your relationship with Noi like?
Noi or Nof?
Nof. Oh my God,
okay.
sorry.
Noi is my kakipar.
Oh my God. Well, I don't do anything with that. Yeah, so how is your relationship with Nof like?
As husband and wife, alhamdulillah, we understand each other.
Yeah.
It took us, okay, Iman is 2 years, 3 months now. It took us some time to adjust our lifestyle together.
Okay.
Because she lived with me.
Yes.
So I told her that yang paling penting Tani jangan kasar with one another. You know how tomboys are, they're butch. They feel like they're men. Sometimes they don't realize. You know, to me, kasar is as simple as, hi, assalamualaikum. I would say, hi, assalamualaikum. Good morning. How are you? Walaikum salam. Dot.
That dot.
Walaikum salam.
Is a huge.
For me,
Yeah.
kasar chua. Crazy, right? Yeah. So she came to understand that. It was not ano lang. It took her time. I think about a year
To adjust.
to adjust and to understand that the husband is very soft and flamboyant, very sensitive, and then alhamdulillah, the most important thing antara kami, the two of us, is macam mana kan I go out, kerja malam, and then my daughter with my mom. So we need to have that understanding.
Okay.
Especially if I do MCs. I have MC jobs over the weekend. I need to adjust it with her. I need to tell her early. So this is our plan.
Yes.
So you need to understand that
Like this
eventually,
podcast, you told her?
I told her, of course, so that we can adjust and she knows where I am, and then we can plan our time, and then eventually I keep telling her, siapa bagi this amount, for an MC job.
Yeah.
Siapa bagi this amount for iklan.
It's extra rezeki,
It's extra. So eventually, I put the money for our daughter. Yeah.
At one point, the earliest that you can remember when you realized or you were like, wow, I love this woman. Like genuine love.
I think, I've never been with a woman, like I mentioned just now. So the relationship was a bit hard at first. But after we nikah, of course, I opened one part of my heart.
Yeah.
Of course, it was slowly. Sekali the moment she gave me a daughter, a child laha. I was in the delivery room, in the labor room. I was there. I saw it by a human being coming out of
From
her
your
private part.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So that's when I know she is giving everything that she can for me. And it's not easy. Our relationship is not easy because I doubt myself at times. And then
When you say you doubt yourself, what are the
sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough, like I'm not manly enough. I'm not I'm not providing enough. Sometimes I don't spend enough time with her because I'm busy with, I do nasi katok.
Yeah.
And I open a business and I'm too busy around that, and I work full time. I come back at 4:30. Sometimes I don't spend enough time with her, so I feel bad. But I try to find my ways. We go out the next day and we talk more. Yeah. But alhamdulillah, I have to say she's a very strong woman to be able to adapt to me, my personality, because I'm a diva.
Yeah.
So I applaud her for that. And she knows I am still the sensitive person that I was in the past, that I am today.
So I hope this also debunks like when people just assume that you and her, this is all just arranged, like you guys are each other's beards. So I hope that by you sharing this story, like people would be like, yeah, this is the real deal.
Yeah.
Like this is what you want. And
Right?
yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. That's
problem.
insane.
Thank
That's
you so much
so
for
insane.
asking.
Yeah, like it. Oh my god. I feel like I need a moment. I don't know how you're like crazy. Did you know, or has she ever like gone through like macam people like maybe try to talk her out of marrying you, or macam maybe has she ever gone through hate because she's marrying someone who is not manly or fits the typical description of a man?
I believe you, yes and no.
Okay.
Because
Does she tell you these things if it happens?
she would.
Okay.
She would.
What are
So
some of
the one time that she told me there was this apa ni, there was this somebody slide into her DM and would tell about me, saying that I don't know siapa this person is, but ia cakapnya aku kenal tu si Posh tu, benar-benar aku kan semia. Ia tu lagi pelacur, ia tu lagi macam-macam he's done in the past. Dah aku malu kan kalau kau berlakikan ke dia macam tu. But she showed me.
Yeah.
And ia pun like me kabal.
Yeah.
So it didn't really affect, because I think eventually it all comes down to what do you want with your life. And just to share, after my nikah, we got married during COVID, like the real first wave of COVID. We kawin where was it? Mahkamah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we very simple event. Alhamdulillah. So I think a day after we received this apa tu na surat layang ka. So we received this surat layang. I was so shocked. You know how people would.
I don't know what surat layang is.
Surat layang is blackmail. People try to blackmail you.
Oh,
by
blackmail.
Blackmailing, right? That's right, kan? Surat layang. Ngam ganto. You don't know. It's like, okay, let me just share the story lah. You identify what that was. So I got married and then I posted on social media, and of course masa nikah I cried, menangis lah sekali lepas post it whatever, and then esoknya we received this surat putih envelope ba. I thought sedekah. You know how people would send sedekah, like give you money. Pasal we didn't get to do buat arahan kan dewan. So kalau dewan orang unjuk duit, right? So we didn't get to do that because COVID, and we kahwin dalam mahkamah, and then ada tahan kena arah pintu ba. Niku sedekah kali ni. Ambil buka, pikir duit tabal rupanya it was a surat bar, handwritten.
Okay.
And not to my house it was addressed to my wife. Around my house, my wife punya house. You know how you nikah and you balik 3 hari kah to the wife.
Okay.
Ada bini-bini, so I was there. Sekali ku baca, it was a hate letter.
What did it say?
It said, I don't remember exactly, tapi macam it started off with, "Oi pundan." I'm already married at that time. "Oi pundan, berigali je kau ni. Ndo je payah kau nikah menangis drama queen." And then apa ni, ya tu kau tu entah kau kahwinan ni untuk social media kali. Entah kau ni kan melihatkan orang saja, tapi sebenarnya kau tu hatimu busuk. I didn't finish it. I was like, I got scared kan, because one, not my house.
Yes.
And then for that surat to sampai, it's either orang umban ka whatever lari, or kana mail, right? So that was really the mystery up until today. We didn't really know, but we brought it. We launched a police report. But yeah, it was scary. It was scary, and then it made me wonder. Siapa kan tu? So much hate for me.
That's the thing, right? That I think that is proof, pure, genuine proof, that no matter what you do, someone is still gonna be unhappy and hate you,
and they're gonna show that they hate you.
First, okay, you live like a pundan life, kena ucap pundan, kena ridicule here and there. Then you cross dress, fine, whatever, kena hina apa semua. Okay, then you decide to marry. Masih juga, the hate is still gonna go on no matter what you do or choose to do in your life. So I hope this is also a lesson for everybody to just
be happy.
Do you. No matter what you do, you may be the kindest human being. There will be someone who will still hate you.
Correct. Yeah. It was when that happened. I asked myself, is it because of? Should I stop my social media? So you get to that,
Oh yeah.
So I was like, and then I slept on it and said, you know what? I don't care. I only get, these people are not paying for my bills, and I don't care. You know what? It's just a one-day thing. I'm just gonna post it, get it viral.
Oh, and you did.
I did.
And oh my God!
I had so many social media traffic at that time. It bugs me a little bit because you don't want to give a mindset or give an idea out there to say that, because you get this surat layang, right? And for you to post it out there, what if it gives an idea to another person to send you another letter?
True.
But
So
again, Alhamdulillah.
That was the
Now
only...
choy. Touch wood.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no. Touch wood.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, no.
Oh my God. Crazy.
It's crazy.
So now I want to talk about when did your wife first break the news that she was pregnant?
Oh my God, it was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
So she knew that I'm all social media.
Yes.
So she had it all on tape, or her phone lah. So she was on night duty. So when she first found out, because dia punya menstrual cycle changed kan, tapi she ia jenisnya nama confident, nama confident ia pergi. So she ignored it for about, okay, let's just say, okay, let's do the test after 2 more days or 1 more day.
Yeah.
So she did the first test. It was positive and tarang the pregnancy test.
Yeah.
But she didn't want to tell me. She told my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law pun iski kan, yang mau beritahu lah.
Oh, wow.
Sekali katanya, you know what, malam lagi no. Ya buri tu, my wife jenis buri.
Yeah.
Sekali she tried again. For the second time, tarang jua. So of course she knew, okay, we gotta tell.
You are far from mati pucok.
Right?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
It's tarang, right?
Yes.
So is it valid ka? Can I take hormone now?
No.
But Alhamdulillah, the next day, katanya, let's go out. I sort of had a feeling, because tapi dia je more confident kan.
Yeah.
Because we got married I think a month after. So kami tahu, both of us were trying.
So
we had that mindset. Yeah.
Okay.
We're not that apa tu, ada a couple, ada dana. We tried.
Yeah, you actually
Yeah, we tried. We were looking at the dates.
Wow.
You know, I was like, okay, this is 12th day. So ovulation is 4th. Okay, let's try this.
Wow, you.
I was that. I consulted my brother.
Yeah.
Bang, when is the right time to do it?
Yeah.
And how should I do it?
Yeah.
So, because I've never been with a woman,
Yeah,
kan?
yeah.
So I had it on my notes, and I took note of the dates.
Yeah.
Sekali, when she announced to me, we were in the car, and dia katanya, I'm pregnant. And I was like, are you sure? I didn't check once, yeah. I checked twice, just so you know. Yes, showed. So Alhamdulillah, she was 5 weeks that time.
Oh my God.
And then right away, we went to check lagi pregnancy test atau one of the doctors lah, clinic at KB. And Alhamdulillah, there was a 10 cm human being in her parrot that time. So Alhamdulillah, that was a very beautiful moment.
Wow.
Everybody was excited, especially my mom and dad and her parents as well. And oh my God, I miss that moment. I had pictures of her from 5 cm to 10 cm to 32 to like an apple. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yes,
People make fun of like people who are on social media documenting every single moment in their life. But trust me, when you look back, you will be grateful that you actually did.
Oh my God, yes, because you don't have it in your book or a diary, right?
And like our memories slowly like
fade away. Yeah.
To have that recorded, and one day your daughter can grow up and be like, oh my God.
Oh yes. If Instagram's still around lah.
Yeah. Or TikTok.
Or TikTok. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So tell us the story when you were in the labor room and then she gave birth to a beautiful daughter. How did that name came about?
Oh my God. You know, when she told me she was pregnant at 5 weeks and the baby we found out was only about 5 cm, I already have a name.
Oh.
Yes, in my head.
Yeah.
I was like,
Did you share it to her, Sudha?
No, I kept it in my heart after I think I had a brainstorm between myself and my head and my it's just me. Sekali I love Gigi Hadid. Okay. So I have to take Hadid. And then dulu way back we have this clique as pondans.
Yeah.
I was dulu Posh Iman. So I had friends. Yes. I had friends yang I'm not gonna mention lah. Something ujungnya kira you punya apa tu surname gitu ah.
Last name lah.
Last name darang Iman.
Okay.
So we had like 6 or 7 of us.
Yeah.
So Iman is always, I love Iman.
Wow.
And then I matched this to Iman Hadid, and then I told my wife, "Oh, you can add on maybe Noor Iman Hadid." Alhamdulillah.
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah. So Noor Iman Hadid.
Noor Iman Hadid. Wow. So that's her name. Yeah. I knew it. It was a very easy process to name her because, like I said, I had her name a while.
I'll figure it out already.
So yes. So inshallah, kalau we have a second child, I'll give the privilege to her. Let her find a name.
Are you guys?
But
planning?
I know I wanted Xavier.
Oh my God. He's announcing it now.
If it's a guy, Xavier.
Exclusively on IZZY Does It.
Yes.
Posh Qifly announces. Yeah.
Yes.
But are you guys trying?
Of course we're trying.
Okay. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The thing. Sometimes I envy people out there yang banyak kids because for me children are expensive.
Okay. Yes.
I don't know. Kadang-kadang orang ada beranak lagi.
Yeah. Every year.
Yeah. For me macam murah rezekinya. For me to have Iman, she's already expensive herself. What I mean is Pampers, susu, coping up with baju with her size, mana lagi raya, and then next thing you know you gotta fund her school.
Yep.
I'm funding. I'm putting her to ISB for pre-kindy. So that's already, I was thinking, ni ko sudah nya besar karena I think I need an amma. I cannot ne.
Yeah.
So for me to hear news, my friends ada anak, ada anak, I envy them.
Yeah.
Because that means you're ready to pay for all these things.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes you'd be surprised. It just happens.
You're right.
Yeah. I do have friends who macam, we're pregnant, like, oh my God, we're not ready actually.
But
it's rezeki. They eventually see it.
Tapi I believe in rezeki anak, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So how do you think parenthood has changed you?
Your mind and your thoughts is always around your child. That's the thing lah. And you know how you have acts in the past that you cannot forget?
Yeah.
I had that before, and I tried so many things. I still couldn't forget about my ex. With the after getting married, alhamdulillah, and then another emphasis is the birth of my child has really nalagyan na to semua to.
Okay.
So alhamdulillah, you become a more responsible person, and whatever you do, whatever you achieve and earn, it's all for your child, and you get to jaga mulut because kan mulut longkang dari dulu,
as in
I pop ucap orang kan all that. So with having a child now, with the daughter that I have right now, I jaga mulut, no longer lagi macam ikaw ni anak mo ni karang ni hindi lagi wa. So you jaga ato yang the most you go back to ya Allah ko danak, ya Allah ko danak, what if anak mo siya nito? Be it you talk about a friend or anak orang.
Wow. I'm just curious, do you consider yourself, what's your relationship with religion like?
I'm not gonna say that I am sembayang. I'm not sembayang 5 waktu nda miss nda laha.
Okay.
But I like if you realize I zikir, I have that. Okay. Tapi of course I still miss sembayang 5 waktu, but I'm trying.
Yeah.
And I do believe that Allah is always with us.
Yes.
But I don't know how to rate myself.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you don't have to, because every single person punya relationship with Allah is different. It doesn't all look the same.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But I always tell my team for my Nasikatak PQ and also my siblings things like, remember rizki Allah tu pasti, have that belief. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So, have you ever had a conversation with yourself or with your wife that one day when Noor Iman Hadid grows up and she starts asking about your past, will you ever share your story in detail? Ataupun you feel like that's in the past, she doesn't have to know, it's fine.
So, that question is always kana tanya by the netizens. Yeah,
okay.
The people online.
See
how amazing they are. Yes.
Okay.
So they'll be like, ndako malu ka one day, kalau anak mo tahu, sudah besar, bapanya pundan, and what are you gonna do about it? And to answer your question, we never really have that discussion.
Okay.
But for me, it comes down to how you didik your child.
Okay.
So if you didik your child dengan cara yang baik, and then soft, and then dengan ugama insyaAllah, insyaAllah it will become easy. But do I plan to tell her? Maybe if you sudah basar.
Yeah.
But by the time you're basar, I'll be so old. It
doesn't even matter anymore.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Yang penting kau anak yang berjaya. One day insyaAllah. So it doesn't really matter. If she asked, we would share. If she found out, I will explain.
Yeah.
But it's not a priority. Yeah.
I think if one thing, it will be like, hopefully inshallah, like maybe because of what you and like your wife went through, if anything, it would make her into a more kinder and accepting human being.
Right.
Because what you have in your wife and your daughter, your situation is not normal. It's a unique situation. And when I said not normal, I don't mean like in a bad way.
Yeah.
Because it truly is a unique situation. You've gone through different phases of your life where it usually doesn't end up in marriage, but yours end up in marriage and giving the birth of a beautiful daughter. Yeah. So like, I feel like if anything, people should be more supportive.
Yeah.
Because, this is like the life that you chose to live. And you're living it.
And I'm happy with it.
And you're happy with it. And you're not living this life to please other people.
And terpaksa.
Yeah.
If it's for the social media, I would be pondan right now, panjang, right? I'm not gonna waste my time.
Yeah, like I mean, sitting here with you, hearing your story, you genuinely have so much love for your wife and your daughter, and you. Honestly, I can tell you're living an amazing life.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you.
So we can start talking about your entrepreneurship now.
Yes.
He's a businessman. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so social media entrepreneurship, that's what you want to be labeled as. Now, share with us, for someone who don't know what you do, what do you do?
Okay. So I take advantage a lot with my followers.
Yes.
So when I started my businesses, I was asking myself, I had OOTD Brunei before. It was
someone mentioned that to me. I was like, no way.
Yeah,
because I used to also hashtag OOTD Brunei. So you were the one.
Yes, I ran that. Tapi now macam too much on Posh Qifly, I forgot about OOTD Brunei. The excitement.
You need to bring that back.
Yes, I will, inshallah.
Yeah.
So with OOTD Brunei, I used that hashtag. Use fashion. You understand that. Sekali, I started branding out OOTD Brunei by Posh Qifly. So I didn't have so much followers at that time, but I wanted to test the market with Posh Qifly.
Okay.
So I was asking myself, it's always around me talking to myself, what best way to test the market than to sell my face? Okay. So I had a graphic designer to sort of I took a selfie, something like that. So I had that engraved, a hoodie. Sold it for about $49.99, and then tried my tomato. It was less than 5K my followers.
Okay,
not even. I think 3K kala. So yeah, it was very low. Sekali, I just want to test the market. How much would people buy Posh Qifly?
Yes.
Sekali, I sold out there. I went crazy on social media, and then after that, I think I sold about 100 units.
No way.
In 4 days. I was shocked. I was like,
with 3K followers.
Yes, I was telling myself, if I failed, this goes to waste. Or aku sedekah kali baju ni.
Kalau orang mau juga.
With my face on. Orang lagi don't know, right? Sekali, alhamdulillah. So I was like, these are real people from this small spectrum of followers, considered less than 3K. Imagine what I can do with other things.
Yeah.
Sekali, I started paid review. No. After that, I started jual tudong. So before I started to sama je PQ, I went to this seminar, Dr. Azizzan Osman, and then I went there. I think I took ticket yang supreme lah, just to get a better view in the front.
Okay.
So the thing that I can get out of that training or seminar or workshop was orang-orang yang berjaya adalah orang-orang yang gila.
Okay.
So gila here means gila running your social media.
Okay.
Gila having an amazing team. Gila having your accounts ready and tracked every single time, money in, money out.
Yeah.
All that.
Okay.
So I started applying all that. Aku sudah have this designs ready for tudong.
Yeah.
And then I had my mom as my model. So yes, I had things like the quotes. I had 4 designs yang I remember lah. The quotes were duniaku, akhiratku, syurgaku, things like that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Tapi my mom was the model.
Yeah.
Sekali ready to post, ready sudah artwork. Next week on Monday, I was planning to post it out there the week after. Next week on Monday, I got called by the management from where I work. Kanantar ke Den Haag, Netherlands for a training for 10 days. I was like, oh my God, money and opportunity at work. So I was like, you know what? Okay, let's just do this together. So I went for the first time, like business class, kena bayarkan, pernah.
Oh my God.
So I took that opportunity to at the same time market my tudong.
Okay.
And while I was doing training there, money was coming in.
Oh,
and my brother
God.
had to be the one deliver my tudong.
Yeah.
So I sold about 250 units. Each cost about, if I don't remember, I think 29 kilo.
Help me do the math. How much is that?
I don't remember.
Like
but
29 times.
I have pulang, but I'll let you guys do the math.
Oh my God.
But that was just within 1 week.
Oh my God.
So going back, after that, I knew I already have a strong following.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try something else.
Yeah.
So I opened up paid review.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. And then, of course, it's your face. You are talking. You gotta be you.
Yeah.
So I have clients, alhamdulillah, when they start hiring me, when I do paid review by PQ, they get a jizz, I get a flare of how I am. And then I branch out to MC. And then alhamdulillah, when I do weddings and I know that I am marketable the moment I know, and my client dorang punya venue macam Polo Club, you know, right? You make it macam they want me. So orang ni macam Tarindak, they want me. Empire, that's when you feel macam okay, you are actually relevant out there. So again, aku macam okay, Bill Gates ada mention to be rich. Amin ya Allah. Everybody mudah-mudahan semua rich.
Amin.
To be rich, don't just depend on one source of income.
True.
Get more than one.
Yes.
Not exactly that pelangi something like that. So I thought of nasi katok, the easiest, business. Tapi when I first thought about my nasi katok PQ, I thought it was gonna be easy. Oh my God, it's not easy. Buat nasi katok PQ. Because I don't cook. I don't know how to masak. Thank God my mom. My mom yang the one buat sambal. She came up with the idea of, okay, let's just concentrate on 2 sambal. We have sambal biasa, sambal balado. And then one of our amazing team, Fafa, who is also my content creator, he came with the idea, why not we do nasi katok PQ aneka jenis. We've got nasi katok urat, nasi katok ayam, kambing, hati buaya. Come to see everyone,
guys.
So I am, alhamdulillah, I'm in F&B as well. Advertisement, events.
Wow, you keep building your empire.
Alhamdulillah.
Have you always been like a business person?
No. I have always been a big spender.
Okay.
Wasting money on bags. But
so this is one way to
get back all the money.
Supply your
Tapi like I mentioned kan tadi, it's that point in your life where you feel like I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to focus on getting more and more money for myself and being able to provide for the people that you love.
So you mentioned just now you have a day job while you do all of this. How do you balance all of that?
A lot of my colleagues are also asking. Sometimes my supervisor would be like, sini ko, baru je kulihat kau post. So I think it's more time management. I work full time for an engineering company from 7 to 4. Monday to Friday. But again, like I said, manage your time wisely. It's not easy because of course, during that weekdays, things will come about your business, right?
That's true.
Whether, you gotta...
A problem you need to solve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just have to manage your time. And then at the same time, you gotta perform at work.
Yeah.
And where the department that I'm working with is very dynamic.
Okay.
So my mind is always at work.
Yeah,
But during my break time,
that's
I try.
when you
Yeah,
switch.
that's when I switch, do as much as I can. But I gotta tell myself, work is work, business is business.
Yeah.
I separate these two. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My God, you have your work life, you have your business life, you have your family life too.
Yeah.
Oh my
Alhamdulillah.
God.
And it's tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do in your spare time to like just take mind off work? Or do you not take your mind off work?
I mean, sometimes if I have time, I do a mind off. But most of the time, I'm just working.
Okay. Have you ever received because like even though when you're doing all of these things, right? Because of who you used to be and how you are currently, I don't think you can ever go away from like people who are not comfortable with seeing who you are. Haters lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you ever lost opportunities because of haters?
Yes.
Okay.
When you go for an interview for any job or let's say a client would like to assess you first before hiring you, you can tell that person. There was one time that I had this client called me for an interview before hiring me to be for the job, be it MC or paid review. I didn't know that was an interview supposedly. I just came lah, assuming that I this is a sale. Sekali asking me all these questions, and then they ask I think the parents sekali ask, sorry kita dulu pundan kah? I was like, I already sudah. I have iman sudah. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's my past. I don't know how to answer in front of orang ramai.
Melayu.
Melayu. Oh, kami kalau pundan, kami nemu tu represent anak kami punya kahwin. Aku macam,
but they were the one who got in touch with you.
Yeah. Yes. And then yang the other instance ni, we're looking for somebody manly. I don't think you fit the purpose because you look very flamboyant. We don't want to go in that direction. After 1 hour talking to them, kalau aku tahu, you seen me on social media and you know how flamboyant and colorful I am.
It is so weird though.
Yeah, right? It's like wasting my time ba.
And their time too.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Right? Yeah. And then I drove all the way from KB just hoping that I would, get paid for this job.
How do you handle yourself in that situation? What do you say? What do you do?
Kalau dulu, aku akan mengamuk.
Yeah.
But because of I owe it to my professional career at work, Jokan, with the engineering company that I work with. Harassment, respect, care for others, all this pegangan that we do. I just said, so we are going to proceed, or are we going to proceed? No, we're not going to proceed. We left. I left. For me macam I don't want to waste time. Kalau dulu habis tu orang IG mengamuk kan ni.
Macam
tapi kadang-kadang I forgot about it. And then tapi macam bila aku geram hati, I would post something macam tapi being macam very general lah. Macam ada seorangan ni lah macam tu lah. Just to get the traffic and socials. Just to get people talk.
People itu tu Charlie like people hate on like, why do you have to post everything? Tapi dorang melihat juga.
Sometimes
stop complaining, just watch. If not then scroll.
Kadang-kadang I would kena sindir by our friend. Dia je payah di post semua. Tapi kau lihat apa yang kau post. For you to say dia je payah di post semua, that means you know that I post semua. But you have to really watch again. I don't post semua. There are things that I still don't show out there. Yeah.
So looking ahead, what are your aspirations and goals? Both professionally and personally. Basically, what's next for Posh Qifly?
Yeah.
What can we expect that you are okay to share?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't have a plan in terms of the branding for Posh Qifly. But of course, with my professional career at work, of course, you just want to grow, continue to grow, get the highest job group ever.
Then let me ask you this: how much would it take for you to finally quit your day job and do PQ, any PQ related business full time? Or are you that passionate in your job that you're like, you're still okay?
I love both. That's why.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of my peers at work, ada a few yang beranti because they want to focus full time.
Yeah.
For me, if you have that macam apa tu, that opportunity to have that money to the side untuk personal and this one business untuk for you, have that. I'm not. The answer is memang I am going to continue as much as I can sampai pension.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's actually I really appreciate you saying that, because a lot of the times people feel like they have to choose between their career and their like side hustle.
Correct.
But sometimes people do start their side hustle to eventually leave their day job.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy your day job and you also enjoy receiving passive income, go for it. Keep doing it for as long as you can.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, if you have a choice to whether quit job and focus on your business, considering a country di sini, for me janganlah.
Okay.
Janganlah berhenti. Sayang. For me lah, that's my personal answer.
Yeah.
If you macam ada, duit monthly gaji atau, you can use that to pump for your business. Through bonuses, each year tu kan or whatnot. Tapi if really your business is doing so well that you're making 20 times per month, consider it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah.
Posh Qifly,
We are finally coming to an end.
thank you so much.
Thank you,
You opened up so much, and I really have so much respect for you and appreciation for you for not only driving all the way to Bandar from KB, but also sharing a huge chunk of your life.
Alhamdulillah, anything for you, Izzy. Thank you so much for having
Thank you so much.
PQ.
Especially for saying yes.
Yes, of course. Of course,
I feel
I'll say
so honored that
yes.
this is your first time.
Yes, I've never done podcast. I hope this goes out there and a lot of people would view us.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think they will. Hopefully. Inshallah.
Yes,
The
inshallah.
right people will watch this. It will
Alhamdulillah,
reach right people.
inshallah. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
We're
much.
done.
Yes. Thank you so much.